2 people are following this game. Wow, clearly it's not a huge game on Twitch then. Talk about going niche. I've gone very niche, haven't I? Playing Land of the Vikings. And now D1AL-ogue is the game we're playing. So let's launch this and see where it launches on the main screen over there. That's great. Let's add in a game capture. Certainly sounds a bit cyberpunky, doesn't it? Maybe need to turn that down a little bit. Whereabouts is this supposed to be? Oh, down there. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing over there? I seem to have gotten a bit used to life in Chroma City. Instead of the rising sun, I've started dividing my days by payment approvals and insufficient funds. The light monopolised by Sunshine Corp has replaced the sun, and most things are solved with price tags. I wish beer was the only thing I had to pay for. He's got a few beer cans, hasn't he? Pills. Some other things. Right, price of beer went up again recently. Everything's going up except for 2 things, the sun and my income. But Michelle, everything comes at a high price except for the value of labour without the U. But I can find some stability, at least while I'm working. When I drifted here after we parted ways, I thought my incompetence was the reason for our breakup, and that thought still weighs me down. I can't say things are completely different now, but here at least, while I'm holding on to my work, that weight lifts just for a moment. Regardless of how much I earn, for that time at least I have the assurance that I won't collapse. People I meet, the conversations we have, and what I've come to feel, I want to tell you about it. On the 2nd floor of a commercial district slightly away from the city centre, repair clinic D1AL-ogue, a place where the outside noise recedes with just a few words of small talk. Don't criticise my naming skills, because in Chroma City they give estimates for heartbreaks and charge for repairs. December the 14th. Lame. Right, she's not particularly impressed, is she? Wonderful. I said the name is totally lame. Alright, okay. And Chris, did you have a beer? So my name's Chris, is it? What's with the sentimental nonsense this early in the morning? I was thinking about a customer from yesterday, and I couldn't help it. He came in saying his portable virtual chip was stuck, but maybe it activated during repairs. Because he started running around the room like crazy, swinging a leather belt at me. Thanks to him, my dial equipment almost bit the dust too. That's because you have such a shady and lame name. The only customers fitting that description would show up. Haha. Don't tell me. You're talking about the oasis of Chroma City bathed in neon light. D1AL-ogue Repair Clinic. Our repair clinic is an all-round sanctuary that provides not just quick and accurate repairs, but also emotional stability through comfortable conversation. That shady name is exactly why EVEs needing repairs turn away and go elsewhere. Emotional stability for EVEs? That feels less like shady and more like creepy. Is that why you habitually make EVEs wet themselves? To be precise, it's the act of discharging overheated coolant. Your phrase is misleading. Same difference. What do you mean, same difference? You're probably the only one who describes it like that. Stop spouting nonsense so early and check your equipment already. Are you not open for business today? You used to love stories like this, even though you used to sing about wanting to become an EVE when you were little. Shut up. Seems like a hangover from yesterday's beer is pretty bad. And, speaking of EVEs, why don't you replace that outdated equipment in your repair clinic? Using a dial when D1AL when D5AL is already out is disrespectful to them. What you're overlooking is that DXAL equipment is strictly specialised for diagnosis. They got why is he responding on that one? That's a bit weird. Diagnosis performance was so good from the first generation that even with the fifth generation now, it hasn't drastically improved. So that's just a game typo. What's different? The main advancements are in unit synthesis. Convenience in the synthesis process, overclocking synthesized parts, firmware modifications, etc. However, I can make up for the dial's lagging synthesis performance purely with the touch of my fingertips. That's actually kind of impressive. Crucially, if I upgraded to a newer generation, why is there an extra subscription fee? There would be no point in having registered the business as D1AL-ogue. You don't seem to get it. A little wit breathes vitality into a weary life, and also, seeing this strangely named repair clinic operating normally, I guess your skills really are unquestionable. Then, it should be a breeze if I suddenly test you with the standard DXAL practical level 1 mock maintenance, right? Practice repair. Prove Michelle wrong about your skills. Target move 20. Right. It's been a while since the last mock maintenance. Let's take it step by step. Alright. Accept request. Alright. You can check the damaged parts on the dial that need repair right now. Hover over the damaged part to see what is required units. Select the damaged part. Consists of 4 layers and 6 indices. Okay. Each module can be moved by dragging it to swap places with adjacent modules. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're gonna do this. So let's do that one. Okay, it's a bit like Tetris, then, yeah. What did I do there? Unstoppable! Synthesized module 5 times in a row. There we go. 81% of players have done that. With their very first move, probably. Trust, you gotta go. Have a great stream. You take care. Yeah, catch you in Jamaica. Well, no, I'll be here, but you'll be in Jamaica. You take care. Have safe travels to enjoy your trip. Have a good vacation. Right. While dragging a module, right-click to cancel the move. Try cancelling the move with a right-click. While dragging a module, right-click to cancel the move. So let's go that way. Right-click. If you move 3 modules to align 3 or more, they synthesize into a high-tier unit. Okay. What have we got here that can rotate round? If you synthesize a total of 10 times, the battery overcharges and increases max capacity. Click battery to proceed. You can check the current damage location, which is this one, and required units in the repair panel right there. Hover your mouse over each panel location. Not sure what's going on here. Synthesize the required unit by moving it to the damaged location. This one. I don't want to do that. Right click. What's going on here, right? Is this damaged or not damaged? This one's damaged, yeah. I don't think this one's damaged, right? So right click. Oh. Placing the required unit on the damaged spot activates the replace button. There we go. Looks like the replacement went well. Alright, let's keep going. Select the next damaged part. This case requires multiple types of units. The info panel will show the required unit colours for each position. So we need a blue one here and a red is it this one here? So that needs to go. Okay. So let's do that. There we go. Green. Now place the required module to complete the maintenance. That one is required module though, isn't it? Do I have to move them? Repair with a higher tiered unit. I have no clue what we're talking about here. Required unit, a blue one. I need a blue one. It says blue one, doesn't it? Alright. That one maybe. Repair. Right. Wonderful. And then we need this one, so we need that one maybe. The last damage part. The dots are important. I think the dots are important because as soon as I started moving the dot ones, then that was what happened. The last damage part requires a high tier unit. Okay, what does that mean? Is a high tier unit an outer one or an inner one? You can check unit appearance by tier on the phone by pressing tab. Click here. Power source acting as the unit's heart supplies energy required for operation. Central processing unit acting as the unit's brain increases system calculation speed and controls capabilities. Okay. Let's use D1AL's special function. There's a gauge bar on the left. Click the gauge bar to proceed. Oh, I have no chance of doing this, have I? This gauge charges for the corresponding type when 4 or more modules are synthesized. Merge 4 modules, merge 5 modules. Okay. And the one we need to do is that one. And it needs to be one of these ones, right? Okay. Okay. When fully charged, click the gauge and then a module or unit of another type to convert it. Check the gauge. Oh, we did it. Right. Reset button. If you made a mistake, no, it's not a mistake. Reset. Let's start. Let's collect gauge charge and and use it to change types while repairing. How do I do that? Collect gauge charge. What? Let's try doing that. That's not giving me a repair button, is it? Because clearly we need to do something more. What's going on here? My gauge charge isn't doing anything. How do I collect gauge charge? Do I need to do rings of 4, was it? Is that what I need to do? I'm going to do that. Okay. Still got a ring of 4, haven't I? What's all that about? Not collecting any charge at all at the moment, are we? I'm sure that's quite good. What is going on? That red dot looks like the right type of dot. Which red dot? Oh, one of these ones. Oh, right. Oh, it's gone up a bit. So how do we move that up there then? There we go. And lower the chart up, is it? Satisfied now? That's really amazing. Honestly, I knew you ran a repair clinic, but I didn't know you were this skilled. I haven't got a clue what happened there, chat. But anyway, we just got the welcome to D1AL-ogue. Complete the D1AL tutorial. And I have no clue what I'm doing. Even with the latest D5AL equipment, it wouldn't be this fast for a level 1 mock unlock. Level 1 mock maintenance. I see you in a new light. This is nothing. If I want to attract EVE customers to this strangely named repair clinic of yours. Of yours? It's ours, isn't it? I can't tolerate a single maintenance error. Don't underestimate pure luck and random button pushes. That's right, indeed. First impressions are most important wherever you go. If you care so much about first impressions, why don't you erase that suspicious slogan on the front door? Besides, there needs to be comfort during the repair process for them to feel emotionally stable and open up. And I just can't understand that creepy philosophy of yours. I should probably start opening up shop now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Right, there we go. So, we had 20 moves, part move counts 21, fusion counts 17, bear time 512. Not bad, my hand's what's doing next. Welcome, this repair clinic D1AL-ogue. Hey Chris! Ah, pray. What brings you here at this hour? What about your cafe shift? Are you watching the popular show airing these days? Buff Girl O'Hara? What? Probably not. What are you talking about, all of a sudden? Are you watching it? I do watch it every week, but then this will be quick. In yesterday's episode, do you remember the scene where O'Hara smashed Mrs. Blind with a magical pile driver? O'Hara rarely gets pushed into a corner. Have you been watching Buff Girl O'Hara? Just no, I have not. What's that? Is that some sort of anime? So seeing her fight with a double nosebleed and crushed Blind's neck for a comeback was quite the twist in many ways. That's exactly it. What exactly is it? What exactly are you trying to say? A villain showed up at our shop, and they look like they desperately need that pile driver. I knew you'd understand. I only understood that you have a difficult customer. Could you speak a bit more clearly? They say he's a bigwig from Sunshine Corp. He claims his mere visit is a favour to this crappy shop, and threatened that he could turn off all the neon shines in this district with a single word. Different routine every day. Envy how today is unlike yesterday. Shut up. Anyway, thanks to that big shot, it's been nothing but new stability officer faces all morning. No. We're doing some. We're not going weeb. We're not going weeb. We are doing some cyberpunk game dialogue. Those guys are hard to find when you actually need them, but they swarm like rats for this. I thought there was a terrorist attack or something. So what's happened? What brings such a person to a backwater like this? I don't know the details, but it seems he came to negotiate with the manager of this commercial district. Something about increasing the neon shine subscription fees around here starting next month and removing the free neon shine streetlights. Controlling the light? His actions aren't just like Mrs. Blind. See why I brought up Buff Girl? If Mrs. Blind has appeared in reality, then a magical pile driver isn't out of the question either. Can you go and try it? It's way out of my expertise and job description, but I can mimic it. I knew it! I wanted to pour coffee on his face. Hell, now I feel a bit better. What? Right, and if you're going to try it, be careful. Security is intense. You could get arrested just for keeping your hands in your pockets. Then again today, my secret power will remain hidden. Anyway, raising subscription fees is a pretty big deal. I was thinking of subscribing to a hologram figure for my loading room. But with the increased fees, it'll be tight. Assume a magical pile driver is a euphemism. I'm not even going to go there, Don. Not even going to go there. Same here. Really? EVEs are relatively free from LDS. So do you really need to subscribe on to Neon Shine? It's only relatively free. If our condition worsens, data loss occurs. And we could have problems more serious than humans. So she's an EVE. Plus, I've got someone to look after. You mean a Remy? Remy is family. It's a cat. Does being a cat mean it can't be family? But you better watch your words in front of our Remy. Pray show so close. Adopting an aggressive cat-like stance. Please forgive me. I'll make an exception this time, because I'm generous. Anyway, if the subscription fee goes up, I'll have to give up on the item I was planning to buy. What were you thinking of getting? Buff Girl collaboration merch. They're doing a collaboration with a neural stimulation unit for EVEs. They announced that pre-orders will start on the day of the last episode airs. Things people come up with. What do you mean, things people come up with? This collaboration product is amazing. So, when the empathy unit activates and overloads, it shakes your cognitive abilities, creating the illusion of transforming. Basically, another way of saying, you must buy this. Yeah, with too much bloody consumerism in the current world, never mind this future cyberpunk one. What on earth does that mean? And aren't the expressions shake cognitive abilities and illusion of transferring seriously suspicious? You're making a fuss over nothing. Besides, considering the chips you usually use, I don't think you're in a position to talk. What do you say? Those are legitimately released VR chips, you know. I didn't even put them there for you to see. You just looked at them on your own. I have no intention of respecting your tastes. But if I may give you a piece of personal advice, in a repair clinic where EVEs are the main customers, displaying chips with covers showing EVEs and humans getting intimate doesn't seem like a very good choice. Oh my god, is that what that is? Oh no, it's all a bit freaky. They just put frequently used items where they're easy to see. God that Highlander. It's inevitable in a workshop with lots of tools. I feel like I just heard some terrible information. If you're lonely, why don't you find a lover? I'm sorry, but... Okay, I'm sorry. Pray apologise quickly. It was as if she didn't want to hear it. Did she foresee what I was going to say? And can I ask you for a simple repair? need to create an excuse to tell the boss. Sure, repairs are always welcome. Praise request. Create an excuse for praise absence. Target 28 moves. Oh, God. Alright. Her back opens up. And now we have to focus in on what we need to repair. Man, oh man. So we've got 3 damaged items. Alright, so the first bit is... that item needs to be a red one. And that's a repair thing. That one needs to be changed. Don't you think the name Neon Shine is super tacky? Like a middle-aged man trying to look cool. I agree with that part. Sounds like a name where they changed only one syllable from neon sign and celebrated themselves for being extremely witty. It's really a comedy that the person agreeing with that has a repair clinic with a name just as bad. D1AL-ogue. Anyway, next on the agenda, we need to repair this one. So let's try with that one. That seemed to help a bit, I don't know. This one's the key, yeah. There we go. Done. Alright. Last one. What exactly does the stimulation from the empathy unit feel like? I only learned about it in theory, but I was curious since I've never felt it myself. It's similar to humans. If humans feel it through muscle contraction, blood flows, changes and hormone secretion, for EVs that's just replaced by the empathy unit. Stimulating this directly gives quite a pleasurable feeling. So, is it like an orgasm? Doesn't match exactly, but it's probably the closest thing. Then, what about the collaboration merch you mentioned earlier? I was just curious about what it feels like to transform. They say enough power surges through you. Sure, whoever. Wrong unit, you need the red dot. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing, Jonathan? Can I get a chamois for Jonathan? I can do that, can't I? Boom. There we go. So, how do you make a hormone? Oh my god, MTN. Oh dear, dear me. No. Oh dear. What's going on here? You finished the site up, have you? So Jonathan's been working on the site, which I think is linked in my... there you go. Look at the 1020. If you scroll up the chat, there is the link to the site. If you are looking for information on what streamers are going to be streaming during the Vikings stream, Vikings Unite, which I haven't actually put Vikings Unite in the title of my text, have I? Never mind. Oops. The Viking Unite streamers charity stream train raid on Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th of February 2026 for the Starlight Children's Foundation. It's an amazing cause. Good. Excellent. Vikings United versus the world. Yeah, we're going to raise funny. We're going to raise money for Starlight Children's Foundation, which is going to be crazy. Right, so we need these dot one. This one's the one that needs to move then, so that needs to move there, yeah? That's bump that up, and I need something up there. There. That's good. That's the one to move, yeah? Is it that one to move, or? I don't know. Maybe if we move that there. Oh, that's created a big one, so to speak. There we go. Are we done? All done. There were no major issues. There we go. That's another repair done. Job done. We're up to 4. That was Chroma's best mechanic. Received a good evaluation for the repair result. Praise first repair. Complete Completed Prey's first repair. There we go. There were no major issues. Wow, my stiff back feels completely refreshed. Is this what it feels like when O'Hara purifies her body with brief seed? What the actual? Is it okay to mention my crude repair in the same breath as something so noble? Crude? I have no clue what they're talking about, chat. It might be very obvious I've got no clue what they're talking about. Crude, you're too strict with yourself. No one around here can match your skills. Enough, Prey. Save that talk for after you buy me a beer. You make a fuss even when I compliment you. What a personality. I noticed earlier your power unit was screaming again. Are you overworking yourself lately? It must be because a lot of zombies have been gathering in front of the shop lately. Zombies? Perhaps they set up camp there. Zombies? You mean flicker patients, high on drugs? Usually they just stumble around spouting nonsense. No, those are blackouts. It's a state where even radical methods like electronic drugs can't prevent damage to the frontal lobe in neural network. You can consider their ego... Oh, zombie EVEs, maybe. You can consider their ego and personality data virtually destroyed. Lately, the media seems to just call them zombies instead of severe LDS patients. You're very welcome, Jonathan. Very welcome. I've been here for a while, but I just thought they were drug addicts. Drug addicts are probably better off than them. Aren't they both equally in the gutter? At least junkies have their infinite love for drugs left. Blackouts are worse. Infinite love? Seeing them throw away family, lovers and property without hesitation, isn't that the perfect expression? It's like, if it's not now, the world doesn't matter, truly an impossible devotion. In contrast, blackouts are like empty shells with even their desires gone. They wander around following the light by instinct. And when they find neon shine, they swarm like gnats and won't leave. Chasing light suggests they still have at least minimal desires left. If you saw them, you'd think I'm exactly right. They aren't moving to find light. It's just that it's the only stimulus left that they can react to. If they crawled around looking for light normally, maybe you'd be right. Of course, there would be something even more terrible. As I recall, the shop you work at has a floor-to-ceiling glass window on one side. Right, and clearing away the gnats that gather there is one of my daily tasks. That's probably the cause of 80% of my power unit overloads. And the other 20% is because of the idiot removing streetlights. Exactly! Every day must be tough. Gives me a headache just thinking about how much tougher it's going to get. You know that? Happiness and unhappiness are influenced more by future events than the present. Wasn't that a study on human psychology? Humans and EVEs are pretty much the same. Don't think so. Do you realise that statement conflicts heavily with your critique of my taste before the repair? I come back because I respect it. Uh-oh. My head feels like exploding as it is. Do you have to make me say useless things? If you plan to keep wrecking me to rip off repair fees, you better be prepared. I'm sorry, customer Prey Emery. Stop joking. I have to go now. Even a justified absence is a problem if it drags on. I don't want to get fired and become a zombie rubbing my face against a glass window. By now the streetlight idiot should have left the shop too. You're sharp. Good sense as always. It was a pleasant conversation today, Prey. Me too. See you later, Chris. Prey hurriedly left the door with quick steps. Seems she spent more time than suspected, distracted by the chat. It's already time for lunch. Wow, we've gone through half a day already. Let's take a break. Right, do I need to check my phone though, yeah? Exclusive unidentified component found. Nano catalyst design mismatch controversy. We're in 2181, are we? This is like December the 14th, is it? Yeah, it was not 14 months, are there? A new dawn for EVE maintenance. D1AL unveiled, fully automated processor. Buff Girl O'Hara height peaks. Neural network unit. Orgasm buff released. What the actual F? Right, so we did 13 moves and 12 fusions and 94.9 repair time. Wow, seriously amazing. What did you just do to my back? I feel as light as a feather. There we go. An EVE stood before me. What were you doing? True art, affection, part 4. An EVE stood before me, though there was no sound of the door opening. It's a bit weird. Despite her polite attitude and likeable first impression, I couldn't quite feel at ease. All TNDLS models are government-affiliated EVEs, usually distinguishable by their department mark. Alright. But I couldn't see any mark on the EVE before me, nor was there any other way to confirm her affiliation. Of course, nothing official in Chroma City was particularly trustworthy, but I reacted unusually sensitively to that mark. Pray says I look at that mark with eyes of a sinner, which probably isn't polite behaviour towards a customer. Before we start, excuse me, but may I ask what your specific purpose you are specialised for? If it's military, private maintenance is illegal. Ah, Hawker. You wouldn't know since I'm not wearing protective gear on my day off. I am Orca O'Hara from the Urban Recovery Agency of Chroma City. You can just call me Orca for short. Okay, interesting. Although designed for rescue and disaster recovery operations, I'm a model equipped with multi-purpose functions like other EVs to reduce citizens' aversion. Rescue? You have quite an ordinary appearance for someone deployed to rough sites. In fact, it wasn't an ordinary appearance. Rescue specialised TNDLS models possess an appearance generally considered beautiful to reduce aversion. That's because we mostly rely on external equipment. The design direction of the model also has the motto Universal Fit. Unlike how it looks, there are many places to attach external equipment. The mind boggles. This is for attaching the powered exoskeleton during entry. This is for the instantaneous thrust engine and the tail part. It was quite embarrassing to watch her lift parts of her body here and there to introduce her model. But Orca seemed unaware of it and chatted excitedly for several minutes. How is it? I understand very well that it's not military. Besides that, nothing. I was just trying to apologise for being rude earlier out of surprise. Of course that wasn't it. Really? I didn't feel it was that rude. That's because kind people are rare towards government-affiliated EVs. If you thought I was similar to others, then that's normal. That makes sense. What kind of maintenance are you here for? I was recently assigned here, so I need to submit an inspection confirmation by tomorrow. Ah, there aren't any major problems, so it shouldn't take long. Looks that way, but you never know until you check. I'll boot up the maintenance console, so please wait a moment. Am I supposed to be doing something here? Just because everyone is preparing for Polo Night Day, the streets are intensely lively, aren't they? Polo Night Day, one of the Chroma City's prides, and the pride of prides, a holiday unique to the city and a festival ground. I have even forgotten that it wasn't far off. It's a holiday unique to this city. Did you come for sightseeing before? You don't have to say if it's hard to talk about. No. A few years ago I visited Chroma City due to a support request. It just happened to be Polo Night Day. There was a support request even to nearby cities? Yes, back then I was working in Luminant City, located south of Chroma City. It was complete chaos. The violence and confusion amidst the cheers for the festival was shocking even to me. Hologram panorama covering the sky and below it, explosions mixed with smoke. It must have been terrible. Yeah, screams mixed with beautiful night views and hopeful music are quite shocking. The show went on as if indifferent to the tragedy, and most of the crowd was too intoxicated by the festival to even know what was happening. The organisers who knew about the accident went along with it too. It's probably because of their budget. The hologram panorama, called Chromatic Zenith, is one of Chroma City's prides. They say it's for the citizens' sense of belonging, but they pour an astronomical budget into it because it's an event that generates huge tourism revenue. Too much money had already been poured in to cancel just because of an accident occurring. So it's about money, excluding talk of budget and compensation. All that's left in Chroma are patience. Not that I like it, but it's the unavoidable reality. That's sad. I'm sorry I unintentionally said something depressing. It's just reality. Nothing is as boring as realistic talk. Living day by day, whether you like it or not, is reality. Even an interesting show gets boring if you watch it 100 times. So it's hard for the story of a day repeated thousands of times to be interesting. It's natural to be drawn to the stories of vacation escapades or figures bought on impulse, rather than talk of neon sign subscription fees or utility bills. Ironically, what he was talking about at the start to Michelle. I can't accept it rationally. Yeah, I can't help empathise experimentally. Time for bed here. Go to sleep well. Later. Take care, Jonathan. Have a good night and good work on the website. That was pretty impressive. I can't accept it rationally, but yet I can't help but empathise experientially. Most hobbies are, after all, escapes from ordinary daily life. That's why people go crazy for Polar Night Day, and for tourists visiting from the other side of the globe to see the chromatic zenith, because coming tomorrow isn't enjoyable because they're tired of reality. They close their eyes and ears and force themselves to shout that they are happy now, wanting to run away from the pain. It's one of human instincts. Oops, I sounded creaky like my dial equipment again. 0 points for a sales pitch, right? Sometimes creaking sounds make you feel alive, whether machine or human, but by any chance, are you doing maintenance with the first generation dial? Don't worry too much. I've safely repaired TNDLS models several times with this rugged friend. Why does the word safely sound so scary? Oh, the dial is ready. Shall we begin? Accept the request. Target move 35. Walker's regular inspection. Alright. Alright, so we've got 3 things to fix. So I need to fix this one. We're going to do that. And that one. And your red one. These ones. So it needs one of these and one of these. So that one. There we go. That works. And then I need to create a bigger one. Beware misses. Oh no, that one won't, does it? Right click. Can I go take you down there? Put you down there. Okay, and then we need to stack up. Holy moly. We need to stack up. Huh. Alright, there. This is not the right type. Do I need to fill it up with one of these ones? No. I'm really confused. This kind of maintenance is my first time. What on earth? How are we creating one of these? Maybe that? No. Maybe that? There we go. Right. Now that needs to be down here. Oops. 3. Did we do it? No, that was just 1/3 of what we need to do. Oh wow, we are never going to do it then. I think we are way over. How is it? Please feel free to tell me if there's any discomfort. Oh goodness. No, it's much more comfortable than I thought. My worries about the maintenance were pointless. Actually feels smoother than the 5th generation dial. That's a relief. But, should I say it tingles? It keeps throbbing. Please be a little gentler. This area is densely packed with neural elements. It's very sensitive. Oh dear. Oh dear, I'm clumsy because it's been a while since I've maintained a TNDLS. So, what did you do for Valentine's Day evening? Well, I watched a lovely man on the internet read the modern equivalent of a Mills and Boon novel. I didn't really know what this game was going to be. It was a cyberpunky and I was like, okay, we'll give it a whirl. But yeah, it does seem a little bit, yeah. Anyway, I've got to read this out, haven't I? I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Who misses? Right, that can repair straight away apparently. I need one of these ones in here. That was good. Oh, that was good. That was 2 moves. Each TN-DLS model has 1 unique organ, right? That's right, because each model specialises in a different purpose. I've often seen animal ears or reverse joint types, but this is my first time seeing a tail. She's got a oh, is that a tail that's gone round then, is it? Right, okay. The EVEs are the Scholar Response Unit. Scholar Response Unit? Under the Urban Recovery Agency, to which I belong, are all TN-DLS models. And we have tails like me. Well, they have tails like me, I think she should say. That's fascinating. Usually, what is this tail used for? In our case, we mainly use it to clear broken debris. Or break down walls to enter. Don't mess with that tail. Something used for such rough purposes. Didn't you say it was a sensitive part earlier? The external armour is high-strength special alloy, so it's fine in the field. But when opened internally for maintenance, it's almost defenceless. I'm sorry, I'll be more careful to work delicately. Right, here we go, let's try and do this one. Right, so we need 3 of the circular... Oh my lord, how are we going to do this? How do we create a circular one? Oh, that doesn't work. Let's try... that. That. And that. No. There we go. So I got one of them, yeah? That's great. We got another one here. That should go green, yeah? There we go. Might be okay, chat. Might be borderline okay. Oh no, undo. Right. There we go. Green. Did we do it? Orca's first repair. As she said, it was a regular checkup. And there were no major problems, so it finished quickly. Oh! That unknown heavy feeling that was dragging me down has disappeared. No, it's more than that. It's refreshing. Manager, you have quite an interested look on your face right now. Orca's reaction was so vivid that I focused without realising it. I'm glad you're satisfied. I should be thanking you. Feels similar to that unique sensation when speeding through the city centre on a bike. Roaming Chroma City while feeling the wind directly. You have a bolder hobby than I thought. Yes, in Luminant City, my hobby was riding a bike to get some air on my days off. I don't have a car in the first place. I like bikes. And I prefer the openness of a bike to the enclosed space of a car. That's peculiar stimulation with where the gaze of others mixes into the liberating feeling of being open on all sides. Feels really good. Every hobby has its own tastes. I apologise for the roughness during the maintenance. No. It's just because I'm particularly sensitive compared to the same model. Because she kept talking to me in between. I felt reassured at the end, and it didn't hurt at all. My body feels completely lighter too. I can endure this much for this level of effect. Orca started stretching her body here and there as if to show off. A careless EVE in a narrow space. As long as he doesn't bump into anything, it's not a bad view. Actually, I didn't do much. I just replaced a few neural units to suit environmental lacking for photonic data. You mean because there's a lack of light? Exactly. Both humans and EVs cannot live without sunlight. That's why subscribing to Neon Shine is practically essential in Chroma City. So that's why my colleagues asked if I was subscribed to Neon Shine. Because unless it's Chroma, you won't have problems due to lack of light. They made the survival a paid service. Chroma claims it's the same logic as food being paid. Someday we might even get billed for breathing. Still, EVs are a bit better off. Humans can fall into depression if neon shine is cut off for just 2 days. They called it LDS, right? Correct, it stands for Light Deficiency Syndrome. Simply put, it's a disease caused by not receiving light. The body's signaling system gets tangled, and for EVs, noise accumulates in the photonic neural network. The depression and power drop you felt recently are probably due to this. My external equipment felt heavier than usual after coming to the city. It wasn't just my imagination. Body and mind are inseparable. Psychology inevitably changes according to the state of the body. It's funny for me, an EVE, to say this, but that's very mechanical. I think so too. But humans are similar, just a difference between metal and flesh. Most psychiatric drugs treat psychological problems by regulating hormones. A medical measure called defibrillation is basically the same principle as rebooting a machine called a human. Moving by electrical signals and psychological and emotional judgments changing according to the hardware environment are also the same. Personally, I don't see any reason to distinguish between humans and EVs. If that philosophy created this repair shop, it's quite cool. Personal conversation is a core service of dialogue. Anyway, you said today was your day off, right? That's right. I've been hectic with moving and dispatch calls for a few days, but finally it's a break. Actually, if there are no dispatches, I mostly get downtime. Moving alone sounds terrible. I agree with that, but it's over. Do you have any recommendations, places for a change of mood? I recommend the cafe on the first floor of the building opposite. Ah, I saw it on my way here. The name started with a re? You mean Retrojan? Retro, was it? Retrojan. Pronunciation is a bit odd. Ah, is it that Trojan? Re-Trojan, from Trojan horse. It's as unusual as the name for this place. Right, I heard it from the owner that it's a combination of retro and Trojan virus. Reflects the ambition to infiltrate retro trends like a Trojan virus into this flashy high-tech city. Wow, hearing that, it sounds quite plausible. It's a retro concept cafe that's hard to find these days, and drinking the owner's hand-drip coffee is the joy of my life. Retro concepts in this city, interesting. And one more thing, avoid places with too many people. In this season, scenes of people densely gathered often lead to the sight of them being taken away by stability officers. Thanks for the advice, Chris. When the night gets too long, people tend to get sensitive, even if they are stability officers. Thinking of the city's stability officers, police in other cities, that's a mistake. Still, there's no harm in being careful. I should quietly enjoy this festive year-end atmosphere by myself. Have a good time, Walker. Thank you. See you next time. It's already evening. I should call it a day. So we did 2 repairs today. Alright. So, where are we at? What time is it? It is approaching 11 o'clock at night for me. And we did target moves 35. We did 19 part move count and 20 fusion time. We did it in 3 minutes. Is it already done? Oh my. Your touch was so delicate I didn't even realise I was being repaired. Right, I think we saved that. Save that. There we go. Got a save date, so we did 1 day. And we'll come this another time maybe.